Meadowood's executive chef, Christopher Kostow, is a celebrity, one of only a handful of chefs under 30 to win 2 Michelin stars.
It looks like you're painting with food, with beautiful textures. So what are we looking at right now?
It's actually a cured Wagyu beef. We actually cure it in the pine needles that we find around Meadowood. We actually serve it with some hamachi. So we have a little creme fraiche, caviar, a little bit of seaweed, pickled kohlrabi, green onions, and different varieties of sorrel.
It's kind of like edible art. Maybe that's what it is. It's so exciting. What else are we putting on here?
We're just going to finish with a little bit of dill. Pretty much all the produce you see, with the exception of the seaweed, comes from our garden here at Meadowood.
Sometimes the best ingredients for a food and wine pairing come straight from a local garden.
This is the pea plant. All this is edible. Pea leaves, pea flowers. You'll see these little guys we call pea tendrils.
This flower turns into
a pea.
A pea.
Mm-hmm.
What kinds of dishes have you made?
We do like a chilled pea soup, where we do a soup out of the peas themselves. We kind of try to show each vegetable as much as we can. This just went to thistle, so if this stayed in the ground a while longer, it'd create the bulb like you see in garlic, right. Spring garlic. It bolts and it creates these sort of garlic thistles.
It's a very light.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll take these and we'll season with them.
You can actually pick them the day that you need them, right from the grounds on Meadowood.
And equally important, we're able to decide exactly what goes into the ground to begin with. We're able to plant very sort of random varieties of herbs and vegetables that aren't to be found in any market.
Do you go out and look at fresh produce and get ideas? What inspires you?
I think most chefs would say they think about food all the time. I think that it's kind of the first thing you think of when you wake up, and it's what you dream about, and you're constantly trying to find a way for it to make sense in the narrative that you're trying to tell.
So it's sort of like an opening night, isn't it? Kind of on a Broadway play or the opening night of a movie.
That's what I tell my staff as well, is that you're only as good as your last dinner, you're only as good as your last dish. So it's very personal, and as a result, it's a very emotional experience.
So it's constantly evolving.
You'll be in the garden and you'll realize that there's a certain product, a certain vegetable that's going to be ready in 2 weeks, and you best get something ready.
Chef Christopher is constantly changing dishes on the menu, which is very challenging for us, also trying to find the right wines. But we will take the time at the end of the night. We just want to make it right. We've got about 30 different wines open on a daily basis.
As exciting as the food is, when it is paired with the right wine, then what you have is not just a melody and contrasting, notes, but it's a symphony.
What we're trying to do is actually to play with the balance of the food. We don't want a wine that will overpower the food. We don't want the food to overpower the wines, and it's just a lot of fun.